All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Capital Factory Community Showcase, June edition. I hope you all are doing well and staying safe during this time. And we're gonna get started and just jump right into it. So welcome again to the Capital Factory Community Showcase. I am Rebecca, the Community Programs Coordinator at Capital Factory. I will be the host for today. And as you can see up on screen, we just have a few asks for you. Make sure to introduce yourself into the chat. Let us know what portion of programming you're most excited to see today. And then we also have a little fun game that we'll be playing throughout the programming, where we will have a few tech trivia questions thrown in here and there. And the first person to answer will win a prize. So that's really exciting. But before I move on, I'm going to ask my background host, my technical host, Alex Wiesenthal and Tret Wynn, to come up and introduce yourselves. You'll hear me say their names throughout programming. It's just to bring people up, put people down. So Tret, if you can bring yourself and Alex up. This is Tret and Alex. Everybody give them a round of applause. I want to thank them so much for being my technical host. If you hear me say their names, that's who I'm referring to. So thanks again, Tret and Alex. We will now begin the event. And before we begin, oh, sorry, Tret, you can take you and Alex off now, thanks. All right, so before we begin, we are going to hear a few words from our founder and CEO at Capital Factory, Josh Baer. So Tret, if you can bring Josh up, please. Hello, Josh.
Hey there, how's it going? You hear me okay?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing, hey, as best as I can. It's been some pretty crazy times, a couple crazy months, couple crazy weeks, but we're doing our best to hang in there.
Definitely.
So thanks for kicking things off, Rebecca. We're so excited to have everyone here for our community showcase. This is a great time to highlight all the great things going on in the community. Of course, because you have to stop for a moment and just recognize all the challenging things going on right now. Again, just point out how much all of our communities was affected by COVID-19, by the coronavirus. Obviously, how our community is moved and impacted by everything happening around Black Lives Matters in the streets, in the peaceful protests, with the other things going on, and just certainly, everything we're doing is still in light of all of that. And we don't want to in any way take anything away from that, because that's all really important. And we are doing a lot of things to try to help be part of those solutions, but also trying to keep things moving here as well. In light of that, I know for the Capital Factory team, tomorrow we're going to be recognizing Juneteenth, recognizing the end of slavery, and that particularly coming to Texas. And our team's going to be taking time in the morning to be doing some education around it ourselves. We're going to have a discussion amongst our team and then be taking some time off to reflect on it. And I encourage many of you to do the same. But main thing I want to do is talk about what's going on as Capital Factory keeps things moving forward and virtually. And you're seeing and being part of that right here now. This is one of our new platforms called StreamYard, one of the many different tools that we're using. But we get fancy little text down below me, I think you can see, and we can bring people on and off the stage. And I've got fancy camera and lights around me, and all kinds of things like that. And we're learning how to do this well. And we've had a lot of practice. Just earlier this week was our Women in Tech Summit. It was amazing. Min and Marianne and many others did such a great job putting that on. It's always a great event, but it was didn't let us down virtually, with hundreds of people concurrently watching, speakers from around the country, startups pitching and showcasing, people connecting and talking, and really being much more than just sitting and watching a video. And so that's what we're really trying to do with all of this. And thank you all for being part of it. And the way is, in particular, I want to make sure you know that, that you're interacting. The kind of two biggest parts, besides the panels and sessions and events and things you can come watch and be part of like this, are the union, which is our community where you can find the direct union.vc, where you can find the directory of all the different startups and all the different mentors and resources and events and things you can plug into. So make sure that you're on Union, that you've got a full profile filled out on Union so other people can find you and it's up to date, and that you're doing, using the office hours and other things, which are still going full speed and rigorously. And then the other thing is our Slack channel. Our Slack community is really just blossomed through all of this, not surprisingly. And so make sure you're on the Slack channel and you're seeing what's happening there. Right now, as we're having this event, there's a Slack Ask Me Anything session going on with an investor. And every day there's a mentor doing an Ask Me Anything in the morning, and an investor doing it most afternoons. And that's an event in Slack. It's all in text. It's really easy. You can do it while you're doing something else, or while you're working, or even while you're on another meeting. But every morning you're getting the chance to hear from great leaders and entrepreneurs and get to interact with them, for you to ask them questions and kind of get to talk to them, and to see the questions that I ask and that other people ask, and be part of that conversation. And then there's also a bunch of channels in our Slack that are really specifically directed towards helping you get help and get resources you need. Most of them, not all of them, start with request for something. So request for help, request for referrals, request for startups, request for feedback. There's a bunch of different channels you can post, to post a pitch deck, to talk about what you're working on, to post a job posting, to post news about your company, things like that. And so take a look at those and use those. Hopefully I will see you there. And other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing all the companies pitching today. And I'm going to hand it back to Rebecca.
Those opening remarks. And as Josh said, we are trying to band together as a community during, this time. And June does mark the start of Pride Month. And it's a celebration of LGBTQ plus life, triumphs, and the livelihood. And as we wrestle with the current events of the world, it's so important that we foster community with one another in every way that we possibly can. Capital Factory remains committed to the work in increasing diversity in the entrepreneurial and tech community, and while making our space an inclusive environment for all. And I think, we don't need this up yet. We need my slides. Sorry, Trey, I saw that the wheel is up. And so I'm going to just encourage you all to, get involved and show your support this month. And right here, we have some LGBTQ entrepreneur organizations. Those links and their company links and websites are down in the description box below. So feel free to check those out after the event. I highly encourage you to do so. And if you have, that's going to segue into our community showcase today. So if you've never been, we are going to have a lot of different programming today. We are going to have some pitches from the members in our community. We'll hear a meetup highlight, and then we'll also introduce some new staff and play some tech trivia games. So our first game, and the game that we will technically be playing throughout the day, is called Wheel of Fun. I am very creative, as you guys can tell, but I have been watching a lot of Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune lately, and I thought, why not incorporate this into the community showcase? And so we will be using the Wheel of Fun, which is just a wheel of prizes that you can win to play these games. So be the first person to answer, and you'll get to spin this wheel to win a prize. Unfortunately, staff cannot win. I'm sorry, guys, but you can still hype everybody up in the chat and make sure that everybody's having fun along with you. So first game is actually a game of fill in the blank, Wheel of Fortune style. I'm going to give you a few letters. It's a 9-letter word. It is tech related. And just be the first one to guess it. If people can't guess it after the first 5 to 10 seconds, I'll add another letter, so on and so forth. So 9-letter word, if anybody can guess, starts with an I. You'll see comments here. Any guesses? Not sure. Another letter. Is that the song from Wheel of Fortune? Another letter. It is tech related. It's a very popular tech word. Incubator. Yes, Malcolm. Oh wait, no, I see who said it. I have a little camera in front of my my comment section, but Autumn is actually going to text me right now. I will await her text on who won. So let's see. Ruben. Woo! Congrats, Ruben. All right, so we are going to bring up our wheel of fun prizes. So here's our wheel. Alex, if you don't mind pressing that wheel, seeing what Ruben has won today. And on the wheel, we have a Capital Factory t-shirt, $25 Starbucks gift card, $25 Target gift card, and $25 Amazon gift card. And you actually won a Capital Factory t-shirt. Alex accidentally spun twice, or you won a Starbucks gift card. So yeah, Ruben, let me know which one you would like, the shirt or the $25 Starbucks gift card. But all right, so that was our very first game of the day. So after each portion of programming, we will have the exact same game. Oh, I didn't even let y'all know what the word was, incubator. Woo! We'll have another game, tech trivia related, and we will just keep playing that and see who wins. There's 3 chances to win. This was one of them, so get your thinking hats on, and hopefully you get to win a prize today. So we are going to be moving on to our pitch and staff intros. So for every community showcase, we bring up about 4 to 5 member companies to highlight them, allow them to pitch, and provide suggestions on who we think they should meet, what events we think they should attend. And then we just send those to them afterwards. So we are trying to help them grow and make their company successful. And to help us do that today, we have Caroline Tosbeth, our mentor manager in Austin and in Dallas and Houston, and then Jill Klinvex, venture associate in Austin. So Tret, if you can bring Caroline and Jill up. Caroline, if you want to introduce yourself first, give us a little background on what you do at Capital Factory.
Hi, everyone. I'm Caroline. I manage the mentor program alongside Brittany Keaton and Rachel Vaughn. So our job is to help vet and bring in really great mentors to the Capital Factory network, manage all of the office hours that are going on via Union and online, and then host other programming like Epic Office Hours, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. So yeah, I'm here, and my team is here to help match you with mentors and make sure that y'all get some great advice along your startup journey.
Thank you, Caroline. Caroline is absolutely amazing. She's a great resource at Capital Factory. And Jill, please introduce yourself. Give us a little bit of background.
Yeah, of course. Hi, everyone. It's so good to be with you guys today. I can't wait to be in person, hopefully sooner rather than later. I work as a senior associate on our investment and accelerator team. So I work across, finding great startups for our accelerator program and also looking at different investment opportunities there as well. I work out of our Austin office. In our Dallas office, we have Jonathan Chavez and Helena Krusek. And in Houston, we have Brittany Barretto as well. But happy to be here with you guys today. Look forward to hearing about your companies.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. We are going to take you off briefly. We'll bring you back on after the first company pitches. But these 2 lovely ladies will sit on the panel to provide suggestions on camera on who they think each pitching company should meet. So here are the companies pitching today. We do have Quilt, Local Focal, Pandata Tech, and then Preserve. So this is the order we're going to go in. And Tret, if you can bring up Ruben. Yes, we have another Ruben from Quilt.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Ruben. Awesome. So we can hear you. I'm going to take myself off screen, but you're going to have 2 minutes to pitch your company and then let us know your ask.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Ruben, the founder of Quilt. Did you know that there's now a bank just for Uber drivers, or that there are now at least a half dozen banks aimed specifically at immigrants or for parents of teenagers? In the last year alone, large companies like Walmart, Uber, Apple have all launched consumer-facing financial technology products. And this is in addition to nearly 10,000 traditional banks and credit unions operating in this space. Today, more than ever, offering customer-facing financial technology tools has become table stakes to play in this space. We help these upstart verticalized banks, traditional credit unions and community banks, and technology companies that want to offer fintech to their customers compete without having to hire dozens of developers to build the same undifferentiated features in-house. Things like budgeting, bill tracking, round-the-change capabilities, rewards tracking. We help these companies compete through our low-code embeddable fintech platform. That means that instead of taking on the costly and redundant work to build repeatable integrations in-house, companies can license our modular platform to select, customize, and launch rich experiences in minutes. And they can do this using our API or by copy and pasting a few lines of code to enable these embeddable UI widgets inside their applications. We went to market with this last year and have generated 41K of ARR. We've seen a lot of increased urgency around digital consumer experiences since the pandemic. So if you're building or investing in this space or just want to talk fintech, please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ruben. And we are going to bring up Caroline first to give her suggestions, but I also encourage anybody in the chat to chat out your suggestions. We do have somebody, Autumn Hankinson, who is the Community Operations Coordinator, writing those down and making sure that we do get these suggestions to the companies. So please feel free to write those suggestions as well and chat them out. All right, Caroline, you can give your suggestions now.
Great. So the couple mentors that I thought of off the top was Jim Finnegan is one of our mentors based in Austin. Obviously, everything is going on virtually now. And he's the founder of SoFi, which was a really popular, still is, fintech company specifically around student loans. That's at least how it started. So very technical as well. So great for building product. And Brett Billick is the Chief Marketing Officer of Self Lender, which is a local Austin fintech company. So both would be great fintech mentors to talk to.
Awesome. Thank you, Caroline. Ruben, I brought you back up on screen just so you, I don't know, feel more face-to-face interaction, but thanks, Caroline. We'll bring up Jill now.
Hey, Ruben, great pitch, and I love what you're working on. I think you should chat with Brian Chambers. He's the VP of our accelerator program, and also a fintech investor as well. He was one of the first investors in Level Up, and so I think, just be interesting to chat with him about, what you're working on. We also have several other angel investors if you're looking for angel and funding that are in the fintech space, and a lot of portfolio companies in the fintech space as well that would be interesting to connect with. So I'll give Rebecca those recommendations and she'll get them off to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we do have a question for you, Ruben. Are you an integration company?
Not quite. So what we're doing is we're doing the integrations once for our clients, and then we own all of the IP. And so imagine kind of a Lego box of integrations, data and logic. And people can go in and pick and choose which integrations, which data, and which logic they want, and basically roll out the experiences to their customers. So we will help you with integrations, but the value is in the overall platform.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for answering that. And Ruben, I'm sure is going to be in the chat after this. So if you want to chat with him more, feel free to do so in the chat. And thanks again, Ruben, for your pitch.
Thanks for having me.
See you later. Bye. All righty, next we have Local Focal. Try if you can bring up Ashok.
Hi everyone. This is the show community. I'm good. I'm the CEO and founder of Local Focal. Good. Go on to the next slide.
Yeah, you have 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes to pitch.
Yeah. So Local Focal is a marketplace app for food and personal care businesses to promote themselves online. And for customers to discover them in their neighborhood. So basically, when we started Local Focal, our intention was to connect local businesses with their neighbors by providing a platform to promote themselves and for customers to discover them when they need them, unlike, what some of the other promotional platforms were doing for the local businesses. The nature of the engagement itself was, designed to be more real-time in the sense that a restaurant can publish online their daily specials, lunch specials, or experiment with by introducing new options like light lunch, takeout menus, or combos, etc. And so that enables them to experiment with new channels of revenue where today they don't offer those. Another example is like a professional at a nail bar can showcase her talents by publishing her artwork. And customers can discover and patronize them. So given the current social environment, social distancing environment, the app incorporates a lot of features like curbside check-in, so you don't go inside the restaurant or inside the salon until the business is ready to accept you. And contactless payments make it very convenient and touchless for people to engage with the businesses. Other standard features like messaging and loyalty management features are also built into it, so that the businesses can have much tighter engagement with their customers. Currently, we have the product ready. We are officially doing a soft launch on June 22nd in Austin, Texas. So please go online, check it out, and give us feedback. We have about 15 restaurants going online with us on Monday, right? So. I can't hear you.
That would be mute. Sorry. Do you have any other asks for the community other than checking out your product? Would you like to meet with anybody?
I mean, at this point, we are kind of focused on validating the MVP. So, I mean, definitely feedback from the mentors. I've interacted with a number of mentors over the last few months. Mentors and the audience would definitely be, what we're looking for. Right.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, let's bring Caroline up. I'm sure she has a few suggestions on mentors that you can meet with.
Yeah. So, hi, Ashok. So I would recommend you meeting with Valerie Ward. Valerie Ward's one of our newest mentors, and she owns a local vegan ice cream shop called Sweet Ritual in Austin. I think she'd be a great person to chat with about, like, from the customer side of things, and maybe get to know some other restaurants in the community. And then Don Craven is who I thought of when you were talking about building out your MVP. He really likes to dig into that with founders, and so I think he'd be a great resource for getting eyes on that and helping you through that process.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great.
All right, and we have those written down, Ashok, so don't worry about writing those down. And then let's bring up Jill. Thank you, Caroline.
Hi, Ashok. Thank you for your
Hi.
pitch. It's great to hear more about Local Focal. I think we met once before as well. I highly recommend with meeting one of our new mentors, Julie Ko. She is a local food blogger, but is also really big in just the food space and in finding local restaurants here in Austin. So I think she'd be a great person to chat with. Also, Mark Nathan, he's been one of our mentors, probably the longest one with us for about 10 years now. I think he's just always great for really honest feedback, especially around, products, apps, things of that sort. And then one of our portfolio companies might be interesting to meet with in terms of, look at product positioning, the branding aspect of it. But they're a company called Blended Sense. You could easily reach out to them via Slack as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Jill. Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Jill. And thank you again, Ashok. We'll see you later.
Right.
Let's bring up our next pitching company. It looks like we have Gustavo from Pandata Tech. Hello,
Hey,
Gustavo.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. You have 2 minutes to pitch your
Cool.
company.
Thank you. So hi, my name is Gustavo Sanchez. I am the co-founder and technical lead of Pandata Tech. We help companies, federal government agencies, and cities that manage hundreds of thousands of sensors and collect millions of data points every day, reduce the cost and time it takes to clean and validate that data by up to 80%. These organizations use this data for things like predictive maintenance, optimization and automation of engineering processes. But before we do that, we need to ask, what data is useful and for what purpose? What data is good and qualified versus what data is bad or corrupted? Because if we don't have these answers, none of those digital processes are going to work. So we've created a software product that uses physics, artificial intelligence, and analytics to answer those specific questions, making digital processes like the ones I mentioned more reliable and reducing the time it takes to clean and validate that data by up to 80%. Traction, our contractual revenue this year is already upwards of $600,000. And we have worked in offshore drilling, energy and maritime applications, as well as defense applications with the Air Force, and are now starting to work with the Marine Corps. What we're looking for right now is to explore in a more aggressive manner, the smart cities. So any introductions or point in the right direction into city innovation offices or companies that have applications, so we can have some conversations, would be fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gustavo. Sorry about that slide. I was so enthralled by your headshot that I just wanted to look at it a little more. Awesome. All right. Well, let's bring up Caroline to give you some suggestions.
Hey, Gustavo. Good to see you. So for smart city initiatives, I thought Joseph Kopser would be a good connection to have. I know he works a lot with local government, and I'm sure has a wealth of his network that he can share. And then Bill Rupert is also another one of our mentors that has a lot of experience with the DoD. I know that's one of your customers, so I think he could potentially help you explore new revenue opportunities or guide you along those partnerships.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Caroline. And then let's bring up Jill.
Hey, Gustavo, good to see you. I have 2 recommendations for you. The first one is Harris Rose. He's a new mentor that just joined Capital Factory this month. You know, a very, very broad background, but something that he's really looking to get involved in is, you know, AI in particular and smart cities. And so I think he'd be a great fit for you to chat with. And then also one of our portfolio companies, Varuna, the CEO is Saif Abode, but he is working in a similar industry as you in putting in water sensors and making, you know, the whole water system, you know, just more smart, and, you know, trying to find areas there to fix. So I think he could be a great person to chat with as well, just very complementary industries.
All right, thanks so much, Jill. And thank you, Gustavo. We will send those suggestions over to you tomorrow. And we are going to move on to our next pitch. All right, our next and last pitch. Can you bring up Christine from Preserved? Hi, Christine.
Hi there.
All right, you're going to have 2 minutes to pitch your company, starting now.
All right, great. Thanks. Hi, everyone. I'm Christine Townsend, founder and CEO of Preserved. We help victims of stalking, harassment, domestic violence, and hate crime gather evidence securely so they can have a higher likelihood of justice for the crimes committed against them. I was a police officer in the UK for 10 years, and as Director of Communications, I worked on high-profile cases relating to rape, historic sex abuse, hate crimes, and domestic abuse, to name but a few. Throughout this time, I found that victims were traumatized by the possibility of having their evidence of what happened being torn apart in court. Right now, many victims of these crimes are asked to keep a handwritten diary of what is happening, and this is just outdated, traumatic, and unreliable. Investigating officers waste too much time trying to collate evidence from the victim, which is often hard to present in court in a reliable way. I wanted to help solve this problem. I wanted to reduce trauma for victims, reduce caseload time and money spent by police departments, divorce attorneys, and HR departments investigating these incidents. As someone who identifies as LGBTQ and experiences abuse as a result of this personally, I know how important it is to support people through these experiences. We're looking for introductions to law enforcement, corporate HR departments, colleges and law firms who would be interested in implementing this as a support mechanism. We're also looking for interested donors who would be willing to support us in our GoFundMe campaign, where we want to raise $150,000 to provide free use of Preserved for 50,000 at-risk individuals for a year. So if you're passionate about supporting people who have these traumatic experiences or have gone through something like this yourself, please get in touch, because we want to make sure that everyone, regardless of background, gender, race, or sexuality, has a better chance of justice. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christine. And we're going to bring up Caroline to provide some suggestions. And I did see some suggestions in the chat from the attendees. We'll be writing those down. But if you have any suggestions for Christine or just want to get involved and support, let her know in the chat.
Hi, Christine. So I thought of Shalene Jadar. She's one of our mentors with a great experience in product and design. And she's also really motivated hearing startups that are working on social good. And Dallas Snell is another one of our mentors who is interested in meeting with founders working on social good concepts. And he has a lot of experience fundraising through crowdsourcing, so that could help with the GoFundMe piece. And then another mentor that I thought of, again, on the product and design side, building apps, is Steve Sanderson. And I know that he's hosting office hours monthly. Everyone is, so feel free to check them out on Union or reach out to me for questions.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Caroline. And chat if we can bring up Jill.
Hi, Christine. I absolutely loved your pitch and what you're working on. 3 people came in mind for you to chat with. One of them is Mimi Stiles, and she runs a nonprofit called Measure. She's actually launched about 3 nonprofits in Austin, really all focused on social justice around, race, against, rape, things of that sort. And then there's a girl named Bree Crookshank who runs a company here called Radical Girl Gang, and she sells products in order to help victims of domestic violence. And she she'd just be a great resource to plug into. I'm sure a lot of her contacts would be great fits for you to chat with. And then another Austin-based founder, Michael Murphy, runs a company called Rally for Safety and is really trying to help women on college campuses, be kept safe, and also in just the greater community. So those three would be great people to speak with.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jill. And Christine, we do have a suggestion from Bill. He is suggesting Billy Joe Kane, who has developed a course for people who are being sexually abused, Companies One Generation. We'll write that down. And then I'm also happy to put you in contact with some workers at SAFE, so Stop Abuse for Everyone here in Austin. I'm in contact with them, and I'm happy to put you in contact with them so you can speak with them. All right. Thank you so much. All righty, well, we're going to move on to our second trivia question. So I'm going to give everybody time to get their fingers ready, their thinking hats on, and hopefully win the second prize. Staff, again, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but we're going to give this to the attendees and give them a shot at winning. So our second trivia question, first person to answer, is what term is used in the venture capital industry to describe a privately held startup company with a value of over $1 billion? Is this a hard one? Hopefully not. Is that a bad description? Anybody? Yes, Malcolm Woods won. Woohoo! It is called Unicorn. I hear this all the time. Hopefully that was a good trivia question. I'm not always great at picking them, but I hope that was okay. But let's spin the wheel here. So I'm going to add the wheel up on. And Alex, if you want to give it a spin for Malcolm to win a prize. All right, looks like we have a $25 Starbucks gift card. So Malcolm, if you want to either post your email in the chat, or you can email me with your email, and then I will get that card delivered to you. So Autumn will drop my email in the chat if you're not comfortable with posting your own. All righty. So thanks guys for participating. Our next set of programming, our next portion of programming is going to be our virtual meetups. So Alex Wiesenthal, who I introduced at the beginning of this event, is actually our meetup coordinator among doing other things at Capital Factory. And she's just gonna give us a little bit of background on our virtual meetups. So Alex, take it away.
Awesome. So hi everyone, my name is Alex Wiesenthal. I'm an event coordinator here in Austin, and I focus a lot on our meetups. So we have 93 total meetups across Austin and Dallas. I see some of you guys in the chat. Thanks for coming. The meetup organizers are what keeps this place going after hours. So Monday through Thursday after 5, we have usually 3 to 5 meetups a night around all different topics. So there's always something for everybody. Since it's been virtual, people from Austin are going to Dallas ones, vice versa. So that's been really exciting, and more people are attending them than ever. There's no traffic to get downtown, and just an ease to attend these meetups by the click of a button. So our website and Union, if you're a member, they're up to date with all of our events coming up in the next month. You can always Slack me or email me if you have any questions. And if you're interested in hosting a meetup, please reach out to me as well. Today we have Dalton O'Neill. He is from the Greenlight Meetup based in Dallas. And he'll tell you a little bit about what they do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. We're going to bring up Dalton from Greenlight Meetup. Dalton. All right. I think we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Definitely. All right. Take it away. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me on the community showcase to promote our meetup. My name's Dalton O'Neill. Our meetup is a Greenlight events meetup. It focuses mainly on cannabis and hemp business. Really young executives in the industry looking for more resources all across the supply chain. It started as a need of just looking to meet new people. Our first meetup was in July of 2018. It quickly grew into a nucleus of young industry executives really that are just looking to learn more, that needed to keep up with policy. The policy is always changing on what's legal, what's not. So that's really the basis of our meetup. As our meetups grew, we launched Greenlight to provide the service to other companies and other groups as well that wanted to throw their own meetup. So that's pretty much it. If you're interested in learning anything about the cannabis or hemp business, we're also more pushing into sustainable businesses, regenerative agriculture, things like that. we've planned to have more meetups soon after, the Rona dies down.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dalton. Did you say when your meetups typically are?
So
Yep.
we've been doing them quarterly. I think we're going to have a digital one set up here with the Capital Factory soon. I need to talk to my boy Tread about that. But we do, just on our Facebook page, we have them listed, all of our different digital meetups and in-person meetups.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, if you want to share that link with the members in the chat.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks so much. All righty, we're going to move on to our rapid round. Boo, boo, boo. All right, so this is the rapid round. It's a fairly easy answer, but I say that for everything, even though I don't know these answers all the time. And it's the first person to, again, answer quickly, but I think most of you are going to know this answer. So rapid round, pew, 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 is going to be, who is an out LGBTQ plus CEO at one of the largest multinational technology companies headquartered in Cupertino, California? Anybody know? It's one of the largest American multinational technology companies. Any answers? I can give you a hint on, yes, okay, perfect. It's Tim Cook. Oh, there's a huge lag. I'm so sorry. Who, Autumn, was the first person to answer that? There's a camera in front of my face, so I'm unfortunately able to see that. Autumn says that it is Zach Pennington. Woo! All right, well, let's spin the wheel for Zach and see what he gets. Oh, that looks like it's on the 25. Actually, Zach, you can choose. That looks like it's pretty much down the middle. So it's either an Amazon gift card or a Target gift card. Let us know what you want. You can Slack me on Slack. I know we're both on there frequently. And let's get back to rapid round. So as I said, Tim Cook is an out LGBTQ CEO. And for those of you that actually don't know, he is recognized as one of the top 23 most powerful LGBTQ plus people in tech. And just to give y'all a few other, facts here, some others that are recognized as the top are Chris Hughes, co-founder of Facebook, and Arlen Hamilton, co-founder and CEO of Backstage Capital. So if you want to learn more on, some LGBTQ tops in the tech world, please go look that up and learn some new facts here. Alrighty, so last but not least, we are a little bit early, so that's awesome, but we're just going to go over a few events that are coming up this week and then also, in the coming months. So we do have an Intro to Social Impact Entrepreneurship and Ask Me Anything on the 23rd. If you are interested in attending that, you can find that on our Eventbrite page. On Thursday, July 9th, we're going to have Intro to Investing and Ask Me Anything with Dumb Money and Josh Robert. So that's also on our Eventbrite page. Somewhat confusing, but Thursday, July 23rd, we'll have another Capital Factory Community Showcase. And then one of our much larger events happening mid-July is going to be Fed Supernova. So it's a very unique event that is going to be interactive experience. And it's the synergy of combining Capital Factory Texas Startup Manifesto with a massive defense industry momentum in Texas from Army Futures Command, Defense Innovation Unit, the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, Texas Military Department, and many others. So there's going to be a lot of different tracks going on, a lot of different chances to network and meet with people in the defense world and the defense innovation world. So I highly encourage you guys to check out that Eventbrite. But we do have, again, Alex Wiesenthal to come up and tell us a little bit about Fed Supernova Startup Crawl. So Alex, if you want to come up and just give us an overview of what the Fed Supernova Startup Crawl is going to look like.
Yeah, for sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. So this startup crawl is the first time we're ever doing it virtually. How it's going to work is it's part of the Fed Supernova event. So this event is going to be a 2-day event. And for an hour block on each of those days will be the startup crawl. So that time is an allocated time for all of the booths to be manned. And these booths are going to be filled with some of our sponsors and then our members companies or just any companies who want to get involved. The tables are for sale now, so I'll drop the link in the chat to get more information on that. But if you're a member, there's been a discount code circulating, so be sure to look out for that, or let me know if you weren't able to find it. It's a great chance to get in front of the defense world, especially in Texas. It's going to be just a really awesome, unique event. It's the first of its kind, so we're excited to see how it goes, and we hope to see you there. A big perk of the event is that if you buy a table, it does come with 2 GA tickets to Fed Supernova, the GA interactive portion. So that's a really big plus and a really awesome opportunity. So we hope to see you all there. Again, it's July 14th and 15th. I think that's it. If you have any questions, email me. I'll drop the link.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. Thanks so much, Alex. If you just want to drop that link in the chat. And before I leave, if you are a member at Capital Factory and are interested in pitching at our July community showcase, you can reach out to me. Autumn will send my email down below, but you will have the same abilities as the pitching companies today did. You'll get 2 minutes to pitch. 2 minutes to pitch, and then have suggestions provided to you by the panel. So let me know if you're interested in doing that. If you're not a member of Capital Factory and are interested in learning about our virtual membership, you can check out our website or email memberships@capitalfactory.com, and we can get back to you that way. And before I leave, as probably many of us have thought of, I've always wanted to be somewhat of like a YouTuber, not for real, but you know, in theory. So please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to get notified when we post something new. Hope that exit was good enough, but I will see you guys next time for our next community showcase. Thank you all for coming. Bye, y'all.